Hello everyone, my name is Jamina and I study Bachelor of Accounting Science at the University of Witwatersrand, and I am an accounting tutor at the Gift of Educators. And today I'll be going through a short presentation on how to tackle accounting, whether it be an assessment or just making some notes. So grab a pen and paper and let's get right into it. Remember that it all starts with you. With everything, and the most important thing is to have a positive mindset. Create an environment that is conducive to your learning, and it can be anything. What I find works for me is a clean room and very, very loud music. For you, it might be going to the library or studying with a friend. Do what works for you. As an accounting student, I find that sometimes it is just a mountain of information that is given to you to analyze, and you cannot for the life of you remember everything. What I find works for me is to use highlighters and underlining some of the important information as you read through the question or the textbook. Another thing is to plan. I cannot emphasize this enough. It is important to plan. With every task you do, you must always have a plan. Just like the weekend getaway with your friend or family, or whatever outfit to wear at the matric dance, the approach to your work should be the same. Find a planning method that works for you and stick to it. Whether it be a weekly planner or sticky notes on your fridge, it is important to plan out everything. Find a study method that works best for you. And if it does not work, do not stress yourself about it. Be flexible and move on to the next one. If making notes is not you, then maybe practicing papers. Past papers might. Do not forget to have fun. Nobody's out to get you. Have fun with it. A matric accounting exam is usually like 3 hours for like 300 marks. Don't let that time constraint and marks scare you. I know it's a lot of marks, but don't let it scare you. I personally had a problem with sticking to the time limit for each question. Breathe, do not panic, it is okay. Take your time, quality over quantity. With that being said, let's get into some exam techniques. Read through the scenario and the required very carefully. What I find works is that you can read through them twice if you can. If you have time, please do. The first read through is to familiarize yourself with the question. No highlighters or pencils in your hand when you're doing the first read through. The second read through is to read for understanding. There you'll be highlighting information, what you think might be important. Read the required very, very carefully. It will be your downfall if you don't. Make sure that you understand what is required of you before you proceed. During your reading time, you can come up with a plan on how you're going to tackle the question paper. What I find works for me is starting with the easier questions and maximizing the marks on those questions. This helps you build some confidence and alleviate some of the stress that you might have. This will help you to answer the more challenging questions. Don't be afraid to use every tool available to you, like timelines, counting with your fingers. It's okay to count with your fingers. We still do. All accounting students still do. Count with your fingers, T accounts, and checklists. These tools are supposed to be your best friends during the exams. Once you have a foolproof plan, put pen to paper. Do not stop writing. For the life of you, do not stop writing, but be efficient with your time. If you find yourself having problems with one question, move on to another. Use this tool, use every possible tool that you can. One last tip, make it balanced. We know those balance sheets do not balance, but make it balanced. From high school till today, I could never make my balance sheet balance, and that's okay. Exams are quite stressful and we might make mistakes here and there, When I say make it balanced, I don't mean redo the whole questions. You do not have time for that. It's a waste of time. You did your best, move on. For example, let's say you got 1,000 Rand for total assets and 2,000 Rand for equity and liability. Just pick one and move on. Make it balanced. One last tip, guys, is don't forget to breathe. It's not the end of the world. It will be okay. With that being said, we have come to an end. Good luck with your exams and see you next time. Goodbye.